Hi everyone, welcome to Endless Space 2. I am SirTristan as always, and I've covered Endless Space 2 on the channel before, right when it entered early access about 3 months ago, I think it was. And the game has been officially released as of Friday. I wanted to start this series on Friday, but just due to sicknesses and other things, I decided to wait. And so now, we're gonna start a series. I'm gonna take a break from Stellaris, I think, and play through a campaign of Endless Space 2. When I played last time, there wasn't much. Let's start a new game. There wasn't much to the game yet. There were only 2 tech tiers. I think there's 4 or 5 in this release. Plus, I think only 3, maybe even 2 empires to play as. And now there's a bunch. You can actually click on them here. So I played as the Sophons.
Let's do science.
Let's do science. I believe maybe these 4 were in. The Sophons, the Cravers, the Luminaris, and the Yodian. Vodian? So now I want to pick something different. Let's pick something weird and interesting. I love this guy's outfit here. So, the United Empire. And again, I don't know what I'm going to pick yet. I'm just going to bring you along in the journey as I make that decision. So we have Emperor's Will, which gives you, I believe that's influence per, let's see, it's F-I-D-S, right? FIDS? Yeah. Imperials. It's been a while since I've played, so some things I'm going to need a refresher on, of course. Some technologies already discovered.
Listen to the whispers of the heart.
Unfallen, I believe, are a community-requested race to be added. I think that I remember reading that was that the community got to pick one race that was added. Can use their ships to expand their tendrils to adjacent systems. When a system is anchored this way, they can colonize it, or let it provide bonuses. Okay. So they don't actually send colonist ships.
Guide us, lead us,
Ooh.
save us.
Hailing from an alternate dimension, orthogonal to the endless universe, the Riftborn would have happily led out their abstract, timeless existence entirely ignorant of galactic strife, were it not for a breach that precipitated a disaster of unimaginable proportions. Like a poisoned blade slashed deep into clean flesh, the rift acted as a source of terrible disorder in the Riftborn's pristine geometric universe. No matter they tried, they took the available action and led to them. So they basically popped into our universe so that they could survive. So they can build singularities and affect time by placing them on a system. Singularities have a fixed duration, can only be placed on a system within the Empire's vision. And then Riftborn, sentient beings from another universe who naturally control the 4th dimension, time. Okay, alright. I think I'm going to play as the Riftborn here. Plus 5 dust, 5 intelligence, or science. I think that's industry is the red. If I'm kind of... It's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. They're built in the construction queue. Okay, so population is built. So these are similar to robots in other games like Stellaris and such. The game this is released, right? But there's still some bugs and stuff, as you can see in whatever Remnant Citizens does. Percent faction trait, minor remnant, tooltip effect. If you can decipher that, let me know. Extra influence, I think, or unrest on sterile. Minus unrest on fertile. Maybe? Maybe that's approval. I think that might be approval. Again, I'm starting a little bit behind here. Extra, I already have xenobiology started. An extra resource to build certain particular ships. -1 movement points. Okay, well that's not great, but I already have plasma metallurgy. And starts with an extra titanium mine. Oh yeah, okay, Hyperium, that's what that is. So that's Hyperium, that's titanium. Okay, let's select the Riftborn. We'll pick a color. That's my favorite color, to be honest, so I think we'll go with that. How many AI can we have? I guess this is as many as we can have. I do want to play random. Oh, we can add more, can we? Oh, 12. Do we go all out? Let's maybe start a bit smaller. Let's say 7 other competitors. I think 8 total is maybe a good number. We'll play at normal speed, normal difficulty. I don't know what civilian difficulty does, but we'll leave it that as normal as well. Galaxy shape, lots of different choices here. I might leave it just on spiral forearm. Galaxy size, we'll do large. Number of constellations, few. And we'll leave galaxy density at medium. So almost everything basically as default. Everybody's set up as random. Oh, nope, not you. You set up as random as well. We're going to go ahead and launch the game now. I think this looks pretty good. We should have an intro movie that basically explains what I was just reading a minute ago. The music sounds kind of loud to me. I might adjust that down in the future. To colonize a system, you must first create an outpost on one of its planets and populate it using outpost actions. Here we go. Riftborn cinematic? Yes? Maybe? Maybe? Oh.
Ours was a pristine universe. We knew nothing of your endless, your dust. Until the rift ripped a path between our realities, injecting a blight that spread like poison. Our cosmos of order and balance was shattered forever. Dying, corrupted, and consumed. We had no choice.
Oh, that looks so cool.
We are outcasts in the chaos that is your universe, willing to do anything to save our own.
Very exciting. And there we are. We're actually kind of tucked in between 2 different spirals here, aren't we? What is it, medium? How do I move around? Oh, it's just left click, okay. So there we are. Placidus, that's our home system. Just get a good view of the galaxy there. Can't really rotate it, no. Turn-based, right? Yep. I don't remember if I have a tutorial turned on or off. I should have it turned on because, again, it's been a while. Tutorial mode. Aha. No tutorial. Okay, let's do advanced. Wait. None. No tutorial. Advanced. The tutorial will explain key features. Or expert. The tutorial will only explain high-level features. Let's do advanced. We might have to sit through a few things like, oh, click end turn to end the game. Okay. So that is approval. So the plus thumbs up is approval. The approval level in your system, Placidus, has changed. Click on your system for more details. There we go. And just like Endless Space 1 and Endless Legend, really, Amplitude Studios is just known for their good UIs. And again, this is a lot of information to throw at you, but I always really like this, especially kind of this planet setup here. You can see everything really cleanly. We know exactly what's colonized, how many things are there, what type of planets they are, just at a glance. So good. First off, as machines, Riftborn populations don't grow in the usual manner using food, but need to be built using industry. How about we create some more Riftborn to help your survival efforts? Click the machine embodiment construction to send it to the construction queue. So, here's what you can build, and I believe this is the queue here. And then I think this is what is here, so what you have completed. So we'll do this. Machine embodiment. And I'm going to take my time, by the way, with this series. I'm going to read a lot, try to understand everything. So, machine embodiment, creating the robotic carapaces for Riftborn to inhabit is only one half of the assembly line process that allows Riftborn to exist in the endless universe. The second, more difficult aspect is the transference of a Riftborn consciousness into the shell. Creates a new Riftborn population. So, we can see we have 2 Riftborn and then 1 remnant, which I'll read that in a minute. So this is going to cost 250 industry. It'll take 6 turns. 6 turns to do. I suppose that's because we're making 45 per turn. So that's where that comes from. Music is so good. If you want to know the way to my heart as far as soundtracks go, put piano in it. Put piano and a little bit of synth. That's the way to my heart. Anyway, 25 from colony base. I'm guessing that's something here. Somewhere. This is maybe just ships here. There might be a colony somewhere. But 25 from the colony and then 20 here, as you can see, from the actual planet. 10 from my actual Riftborn. 1 or 9 from populations, I guess. So maybe the Riftborn give 5 each. Alright, okay, so Riftborn, okay, so actually having them in your population, actually building a Riftborn gives you 5 dust, science, and industry. Not only that, but then they actually provide industry themselves, plus 9. Well, that would be plus 9 from, so maybe 3 from each. And then 1 from the remnant. Okay, I understand. I think I understand where that comes from. Riftborn manpower stocks are increased in a similar manner. Rather than supplemented through natural population growth, military personnel are constructed with fabricated forces. Note that food can still be used and exploited by your non-Riftborn populations. So, the remnants, I suppose? Let's read this. Turning the page after eons of sleep, the remnant are redeemed assassins who use their intensity and efficiency for making the galaxy a better place. Plus 2 dust on, I guess if they're happy. Plus 1 industry. And they are industrialists. So we have a full-on industrial mindset right now as far as populations go. I don't know if these guys need food. We do make 6. But it doesn't say if we're using any. Oh, it does. We are consuming 5.2. So I suppose my 1 remnant character here. Man, the art is so good too. I can't mouse over it, but like down here, where the remnant character are, where the character is, you see he's like working on that robot. It's a great, great little illustration. Alright, so we're going to build Fabricate Forces. System improvement, it's an infinite one. Dedicating all industrial output toward the construction of battlefield actors may delay infrastructure development, but it does permit the rapid enhancement of military forces. Effects while in queue, it blocks everything else in the construction queue. Doesn't everything block it? Oh, it's an infinite. Okay, so this one will never run out. This will never basically finish. Okay, so all industry is consumed, and 50% of the industry is converted into manpower, which is up here. Manpower is used to populate your ships and ground troops. Star systems dedicate a fraction of their growth to contribute to the empire-wide manpower, which is then dispatched as ship crews, or system defense troops. So I cannot build populations through food growth, and I can't build manpower. I have to actually physically click on it. Okay. The approval level can change for a number of reasons. Planet colonizations, political changes, overpopulation, constructions. Systems with high approval ratings will enjoy increased food, which doesn't matter much for me, and influence production, while those with low ratings will suffer the reverse. Also note that the weighted average of the approval, which is content, Levels on your individual systems impact the production of dust and science. Hover the cursor over the approval information. My goodness. Hover the cursor over the approval information. See, I was expecting like the word button here or something. For more data on influencing factors. Okay, so again, the approval level of people living in this star system only. High and low level approval values can influence food and influence. Plus 50% from colony base, but minus 10% from the planet. So we get no bonus and no penalties. Okay, fair enough. Done. Oh, no. Done? Okay, I guess I'm done. No. I'm trying to do it, game. I'm trying to listen to you. Tutorial, I'm trying. Tutorial help. Population. Okay. So it would be 377 turns, basically the entire game, probably, for a single turn, or for a single population to grow on its own. So, never. And that would be a remnant population anyway. Okay, done. Maybe I can just click the X. No, this will actually close out tutorials. Okay, well, I guess that's all we need to do. But I don't want to miss something. It said something changed. Maybe not. Fine. You go away. Okay. A hero has been recruited. Hey, we got a Riftborn. E has joined your empire. Okay, E. Let's go back to you. Let's take a look. Behind every great civilization lies great leaders. In your empire, the most important of these are your Academy heroes, dust-enhanced individuals from across the galaxy who can change the course of history. Trained at the fabled Academy, heroes come in 4 classes: Guardians, Seekers, Overseers, and Counselors. This is an Overseer. Heroes can be assigned as a System Governor or Fleet Admiral to boost performance. Note that assigned heroes incur a dust upkeep cost and must wait 10 turns when reassigned. To recruit new heroes in your empire, you must discover the system where the fabled Academy is located or build the Academy Embassy, which is a unique building. Unlocked at stage 2. Okay. Inspect and assign unassigned heroes from the screen. Oh boy. Okay. Each of your Academy heroes is a special individual with unique backstory, skill tree, and starting statistics. From here you can access their skill tree, as well as the ship design of their personal... Oh, okay, so this craft is different than everybody else's. Okay, got it. So here's the skill points. Oh man, okay. For every level up, your hero will earn an extra skill point to be spent on improving existing skills or unlocking entirely new ones. Each hero starts with a unique profile of bonuses, but these can be enhanced greatly through the unlocked skills, which are here. A third of the skills available are common to all heroes, which I think is this top part maybe, while the other 2/3 are determined by the hero's class, so one will be Overseer, and faction, so we have one that will be Riftborn, one will be Overseer, one will be the same across all. Assign your heroes carefully to fleets or systems to maximize effectiveness. Heroes gain experience every turn, whether assigned or not, but earn much more when assigned. For heroes assigned to Fleet Admirals, get into scraps or use fleet actions to boost XP, while for System Governors, get building. Okay. So these are your Overseer skills. I can't pick any, I don't think. No. These are my Riftborn skills, and so these are the same across all. I won't look at these yet, because we don't have any skill points. But it looks like these are the bonuses we have now. Plus 10% science on system per anomaly on the system. Or 10% shield penetration on a fleet. That's a pretty good one, I think. Do I read this? I kind of want to read it. When the Riftborn tore a hole in the very fabric of the Riftborn's universe, most of E's world mates fled in terror. Not E. Fascinated by the universe on the other side of the rift, E was one of the first Riftborn to begin analyzing the tear, and one of the first to seriously consider breaching the endless universe. This curiosity led to E piloting the first craft through the rift and into the galaxy with a small team of empiricists. Unfortunately, contact with the home dimension was lost, and E and his team became stranded on a barren, rocky nomad world, passing through a red supergiant star system. Despite making great strides in understanding the complex ecologies of the planet, the rapidly receding star meant the world grew colder and colder. One by one, E's teammates succumbed to the freezing temperatures. When things seemed utterly lost, E had an epiphany, though. Setting up an emergency beacon, E used the cold to put itself into a state of suspended animation. Eventually rescued by Hiroshima scavengers, E was brought to the attention of the Academy, who were more than happy to bring E into their fold. That's kind of a cool story if you think about it. E was lost and then rediscovered, and now he's back home again with his family, his Riftborn. We're not going to mess with this right now. We're going to just say, okay, we don't want to make a fleet. I guess we'll go ahead and assign him to a system, maybe. Maybe we'll do that later. Let's back out with a right click. Let's look at this. Voyagers through space and time.
People have come because a rift in the fabric between the universes threatens their existence. Things look bleak, hopeless even. In desperation, the Communion has sent an advance party through the rift into this terrifying galaxy with one goal: saving the Riftborn civilization. You lead the party, and the weight of the survival of your people rests upon your decisions. Go with strength and with hope. Failure is not an option.
Alright, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the first episode. I know I didn't even do a single turn. Sorry about that. It happens sometimes, especially when starting a new game. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the very first episode of this series. Should be a new one every single day this week. Next week, hopefully, many weeks to come. I'll see you next time.